Well, thank you guys for coming out. My name's Chris Hershman. I'm from Chicago. I'm a filmmaker and photographer that bases all my work within the music industry. So I've got basically the story of how I became a filmmaker to tell. I've got a ton of music videos to show you guys. Just kind of showing you my journey through filmmaking and all the way from where I started to where I am now. My process in using LaCie hard drives all the way through from the beginning. So there's a lot of different types of music videos or music-related content that you can do as a filmmaker within the music industry, and that's kind of what I'm going to show. I'm going to show from my very first videos all the way up to my most recent ones. I started shooting on a DSLR. I was a photographer first, and I'm a musician, so of course I was just photographing bands and shows and stuff like that. But then I got a new DSLR and had video on it, so I was kind of in that DSLR video revolution. And I jumped in on a Nikon, and I asked my buddy's band if I could film them playing live, just to test out the video capabilities of the new Nikon camera that I had. So I stitched that video together by filming in all these different places throughout the music venue. And then the next day I clipped all of it together and created one music video. And then they ended up using it as their official music video. And then they got submitted to a contest to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. So my very first music video was used for that competition on rollingstone.com. So my very first attempt at making a music video is now on Rolling Stone. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this. I love this. It's an easy transition from photography into video. And that's kind of my journey where I started. Now I want to show you different types of music videos, and so I've got everything from small live performances up to larger commercials shot on DSLR all the way up to RED cameras. But we're going to start very simple, very basic. And if you're looking to get into filmmaking, I highly suggest starting with music. It's so easy to find a musician, someone who plays guitar or piano, grab them, do one camera setup. You've got to practice matching audio to the camera. It's a very great first place to start. So that's where I started. And this particular video is called a takeaway. This is one seamless shot. And the reason why we do that, for me as a musician, you can make a record in a studio and it just sound amazing. But since I'm a musician, I want to see the musicianship. I want to know that the band is good. And that's why I focused most of my efforts in live music performance. So when a band plays live, they have a show coming up or they have an electronic press kit they have to create a video for. We make a ton of these videos. So this is a band from Chicago called The War on Peace. This is one continuous take on a DSLR. It's a very simple start, but again, we're going to go all the way through to doing multiple cameras, getting away from DSLR, moving into RED cameras. But let's go ahead and show the first video of The War on Peace.
Many I hear them buzzing, swarming around the hive. Many I see them coming, flying around the drive. Many the showers running, they're stepping in the fire. Many they're at the front door, making their way inside. Got you cornered under a pack of lies. Many they brought a war in. How can you not comply? Many I think we're finished. There's no one left to hide. Benny's just beginning. Somebody killed the lights.
Fantastic. So that is a fairly small file when you're shooting one camera, right? So my journey at the very beginning was taking one camera, matching it with audio, didn't take a lot of space. The problem that I came into when I started needing more storage was shooting multiple cameras for my music videos. And again, what you see is what you hear. These are all live. They're not all glammed up. These are to prove that a band is good, to pull people out to a show or to sell a song or to sell an album, to sell the band, right? So that's my focus, is live music performance. Now the next video I'm going to show you was my first multi-camera music video. And it was this little band called the Alabama Shakes. When I met the Alabama Shakes in Chicago, they played to 300 people at the Hideout. Then the next week, they used this video to promote their new album, and it was kind of the first time the world had really seen this band. And when you see this video, you'll see why it's important to see this band play live to understand how awesome they are. This video, again, one of my first multi-camera videos, went on to explode. I think it has 22 million views now. The next time that band came through Chicago, they headlined Lollapalooza. So again, the conversation that we're having today is how the production scaled, how I needed larger drives, more drives. We're starting very small. We started one camera, now we're going to multiple cameras. And for the multiple cameras, I went and I bought my first rugged hard drive. A lot of people know the little orange rugged hard drive. That's where I started. And for this multiple camera view, I needed my external hard drive. Again, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is a very old video, but I think it's really awesome to see because we're going to back-to-back it with my most recent video, which is shot on a higher cinema camera. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Alabama Shakes.
ain't treating you good.
Okay, so like this is what I lived to capture. Like this moment to show how good a band is. These are the kind of things, this is what keeps me into filming live music performance. To expose the world to all of these really awesome bands and prove that they're awesome, right? So the conversation that we're having is how I started. It was very small. It's a very relatable story for a lot of independent filmmakers. And of course, we're in LaCie's booth, so we're talking about hard drives. So I needed one hard drive to do the multi-camera project. But now we're going to move to a totally different concept. We're doing conceptual music videos now. So now we're moving more into a cinema narrative with the filmmaking. So we're no longer using DSLRs. We're using higher-end cinema cameras. So the next shoot that we have, I think we have a slideshow video that we're going to play. Now I don't need just one, I need multiple rugged drives. This was my introduction to needing several drives for just one shoot. The important part is at the end of the day, we have to do an on-site transfer of everything that we filmed so we don't lose it, and these 3 drives travel separate from the shoot to keep it all safe and backed up, right? Now we bring it back to the editing bay where we've got a LaCie 6 Big. So now that's where I'm doing all my editing from. Instead of having a ton of drives, I'm putting it all in one central location. So this was the introduction to me using a larger desktop storage. So we're using this 6 Big, which is 60 terabytes worth of information. So if you're a filmmaker, you're probably familiar with the LaCie drives, and you probably have a stack as big as mine at home that's like this, right? So when I started talking with LaCie and they asked me what my workflow is like, they were like, have you thought about getting a big desktop storage? I was like, why would I do that? They're like, because it's all in one place and you're not losing and having to sort through all your drives. I was like, I don't know, I never did that. So the next video that I'm going to show you is a larger production. It's my first conceptual music video, and I'm happy to announce that this just released today on Paste Magazine, and it's a big breakthrough for my work, and I'm really excited to show you back to back from the Alabama Shakes, because that was DSLR, it was super shaky, and it was about 6 years ago. So this is a video that released today. This is the most recent work that we're doing. I'm really happy and proud to show it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the War on Peace, Fear of Loss.
Under the power lines, we felt electrified. You looked at me and smiled, please remember. The future looks so bright, shining in our eyes. We walk side by side, please remember. When I reached my hand for you, I could feel it coming true. I kissed your lips with everything I had, and the earth began to move. I knew that we were doomed. It would never be the same. You can't go back. You can't go back. No, you can't go back. can't go back.
All right. You can play the behind the scenes of that after this, or right now. Thank you for checking that out. But that was our first conceptual music video that we did. So I'm really excited to partner with LaCie on that one. They came out and we did this behind the scenes of us filming the entire thing. But it's a much bigger project than a small multi-camera DSLR. Larger cameras, more data. We need bigger drives. We need more drives, right? So let's play the 5th video, I believe it is, that kind of shows us on set doing some behind the scenes. And on the next commercials that I'm going to show you, we used red. We shot raw. So I'm going from needing a larger desktop storage for myself, and I'm shooting a campaign for this company. Now the client needs to purchase my drives for them, okay? So my experience was I needed to get footage from my internal drive onto some external. But I didn't need a place to just store my footage. I needed a high-performance drive that would allow me to edit from that drive. That's why I went with the LaCies at the beginning. Then we went through multiple cameras, and then this shoot where we needed multiple drives. And now the last one is a commercial where we needed to give the client a giant drive full of raw footage. So what's great is I have one company that supplied me with all the drives at the different level of production as I grew as a filmmaker, which is why we're here telling this story today. And I just think it's awesome that they're telling the story and also creating tools and supplying filmmakers with the products that they need. You don't need to go to several companies. They've got it all, and it all works really great. It's all plug and play. Love these guys. So the next commercial is for a company called Shure Microphones. We did a series where we took these musicians and we used these new microphones for podcasting or recording mobily. And we showed these musicians in a real-life scenario, how someone would use this. And we picked my friends and my musicians from Chicago to feature. And I'm really excited about this next one. It's just a really cool commercial. But the whole conversation in general, too, is the range of work that you can do within the music industry. You could do a small one-camera takeaway to prove that a band is good, or you can create a big piece that needs to be a live performance music video, a conceptual, all the way up to commercial. So very busy with all things music related within filmmaking, which is so awesome. I couldn't ask for anything more. But let's go ahead and roll that last video, the Shure commercial.
Welcome to another episode of Inside the Machine. Nicholas Young coming to you from our studios in Chicago, Illinois. And you're going to love this PM Buys with Jester and the Queen on Inside the Machine.
Well, I doubt that you could love me or keep me as you want. And my heart is just a jester as you sit upon your throne. You once said, if you can't see it, then it is not true. But buried out of sight and hidden far from view is a heart that you can't see with the strongest of beats. And what beats inside my chest belongs to you.
That's beautiful.
Hey, thanks, Nicholas. I
All right.
appreciate you.
Now, I gotta ask, where do you learn to play and sing like that?
Well, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and a lot of the music that I fell in love with was through
Cool.
my parents'
So
records. And
now you can see I've gone from shooting live music performances into involving that same love for live performance into commercial work. And that's kind of the full circle story. And it's all also been possible by using LaCie drives. But I'm going to open the floor for any questions if anyone has any. And then we're going to do a raffle, I believe, for a hard drive. But I just want to open the floor to see if anyone had any questions.
Second Alabama shakes.
Yeah.
How many takes did you do? Did you do everything in one take with multiple cameras?
All right, so he asked about the Alabama Shakes music video. How many takes did we do, and was that the take? And we did one take of that song. I'm pretty sure it was just one of that song. We filmed 3 different camera angles, and we filmed 3 different songs. The first song, they needed to go again, but we never used that for the purpose of the music video. But everything that you've seen that is a live performance is the band playing live. There's no, other footage from other takes to make it glam. The whole point of my filmmaking is to show the band one take, live, all seamless, all live, to prove that a band's doing it right, doing it live. That's a good question, yeah. Anybody else? Yeah.
USB or the Thunderbolt drives, or what do you normally use?
I use the Thunderbolt drives, which I love because they have the Thunderbolt cable just wrapped around it. Back in the day, you used to have a drawer full of cables, but it's so compact, it all fits into one, small unit. So I love the Thunderbolt. It's so fast. It's silly fast. Yeah. Any other questions? Yes. Yeah, so the question was the very first video, what kind of stabilization was that? And I used a Ronin M with a Nikon DSLR and no coloring. A lot of these smaller videos are just something I got to pump out real quick. And, bands aren't pulling in tons of money, so you got to be kind of them too. But you got to find something to work, with them. They can't shoot red every time. But that's why we save up to do big productions like the big conceptual, and then that's when we go all out on bigger productions. So that's a good question. Any other questions? Yes. Am I backing up on set? So for this shoot, we definitely did. Before we leave, we have 3 drives. They all get redundant. Everything's copied. And then those 3 drives leave the set separate. And then I bring mine home, I put it on my 6-big, and then I edit from there. And I usually give the other one to my production manager or my DP, stuff like that. Yeah, good question. Yes, sir. I can't right now. I leave that to my editor as well. Thank you. Sorry. I do, a lot of times I have to step out from behind the camera and just be the vision and be the tech, the creative element, and I leave a lot of the technical stuff to the other team members on the crew. Yeah. Anybody else? Cool. All right. Well, we'll have Joanne. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching the videos. We're gonna do a quick giveaway here. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Chris, thank you so much.